radio news, and weekly news, views, and commentary in the FPP Freedom Minute and Peace, Love, Liberty Radio at fppradio.com, and the monthly newspaper FPP News at news.fpp.cc. Find FPP online at fpp.cc. That's fpp.cc, as in Creative Commons.
You're 6 minutes away from a live episode of Free Talk Live, brought to you by freekeen.com. Listen live at freetalklive.com.
From Keene in the Shire, the Liberty Media capital of the world, this is Daryl W. Perry, host of FPP Radio News for Thursday, August 17th, 2017. Silver is trading at $17.07 per ounce. Gold is valued at $1,285 per ounce. Bitcoin is trading at 5.3 cents, and the average price of Bitcoin is $4,424. Antiwar.com reports reckless speculation about a North Korean military attack on the U.S. island territory of Guam has continued despite North Korea making clear the missile test fire they were designing only meant to send missiles to the waters off the coast of Guam. Now, even that looks unlikely, though some early reports suggested North Korea was likely to move forward with the test as soon as the plan was finished. The plans were never approved by Kim Jong-un, and now the plans are finished and Kim is still not acting. State media suggest Kim is holding back the possibility of such test as a response to future U.S. acts, but that is already leading to Western media speculation that Kim is backing down for fear of U.S. retaliation. Whatever the reason, the threat to Guam was clearly overstated, and the fact that missiles aren't hitting the water around the island presents a golden opportunity for both sides to back away from the military confrontation they both seemed escalating towards last week and towards serious diplomacy. Embracing this opportunity may be difficult for the Trump administration, as they've rejected previous diplomatic overtures originating from China and South Korea, primarily on the grounds that they're diplomatic in nature. The first impulse of many in the administration will likely to be claim victory over North Korea if the missiles aren't launched, which in turn will provoke North Korea into feeling they have to fire them just to avoid showing weakness, particularly as the U.S. advances towards another military exercise in South Korea. Born into a devastating world and raised among the crowd, the Cloudwalker assumes a new identity and begins the unrelenting quest for truth. In this epic journey, he discovers dark secrets about aspects of his previous life that he once trusted. Through the Journal of the Cloudwalker, he shares both the traumatic hardships and the eternal beauties of his experiences. Dear Society by the Cloudwalker is available from Amazon.com and all major bookstores. UPI reports computer science students at the University of Washington have found a way to remotely hack into people's personal devices such as cell phones and smart TVs to track individual movement, raising serious security concerns, according to a report by the university. The hacking method uses Covert Band, a software program the students created, which essentially turns smart devices into sonar systems. Once hacked into a device, Covert Band plays repeating pulses that are able to track a person's movement and location, similar to how a submarine sonar device works. According to a report from the University of Washington, Covert Band can also decipher what types of movement a person is making, including pumping arms, jumping, and supine pelvic tilts. In March, WikiLeaks released documents that allege the CIA currently has methods of hacking into smart devices. The UW Students report argues that the ability to do so is not just in the realm of high-level government intelligence operatives. For nearly 40 years, Roberts & Roberts Brokerage has been a trusted source for buying and selling precious metals like gold and silver. They also take Bitcoin for precious metal purchases and have permanently removed the minimum purchase amount for all orders paid in the digital currency. Call Roberts & Roberts today for knowledgeable advice on buying and selling precious metals and a forward-thinking approach to new technologies. 800-874-9760 or visit online at rrbi.co. Reuters reports the city of Baltimore removed 4 Confederate monuments before dawn on Wednesday, working quickly so the city could avoid protests like the one originating by white nationalists that turned deadly in Charlottesville, Virginia over the weekend. The statues, including one of General Robert E. Lee and another of General Thomas Stonewall Jackson, were taken off their bases in Wyman Park Dell beside the Baltimore Museum of Art and carried away on a flatbed truck. Baltimore Mayor Catherine Pugh said that she and City Council decided to remove the monuments quickly and quietly. In Los Angeles on Wednesday, the United Daughters of the Confederacy asked the Hollywood Forever Cemetery to remove a monument that honored Confederate veterans. Cemetery spokesman Theodore Hovey said the organization made the request after hundreds of people demanded the monument, erected in 1925, be taken away. In Birmingham, Alabama, Mayor William Bell ordered workers on Tuesday to obscure a Confederate monument in a city park using wooden boards. The state attorney general, Stephen Marshall, sued the city in response, saying the barriers broke a state law passed in May that banned local governments from moving or altering historical monuments that have been on public property for more than 40 years. This has been FPP Radio News. Online at fppradio.com.
It's The Onion Radio News. God loses his decision-making coin. This is Doyle Redland reporting. The Lord God has confirmed that he has misplaced his special decision-making coin. The coin, a relatively unremarkable 1972 nickel, has been used almost daily by the Supreme Being for over 4 billion years for the purpose of determining everything from the direction of the wind to the outcome of history. The visibly distraught God added,
I have no idea where I put it. I remember flipping it last night for a couple in Monroe, Michigan, who were trying to conceive a child, but I haven't seen it since.
God also said he hopes to locate the coin before 7:15 Thursday morning when United Flight 251 takes off from Seattle with actress Dixie Carter on board. Doyle Redland for The Onion Radio News, online at theonion.com.
This is the Onion News Network.
Free Talk Live.
This is Free Talk Live. We'll give you the toll-free call-in line here in just a moment where you can call in to join us and bring up whatever is on your mind. The us in studio tonight is Daryl.
And Heather.
And Chris.
And we're starting the show. We don't normally do this, but we're starting the show with a special guest. We have Rick Naya, who is, I believe, the lead organizer of the Cannabis Freedom Festival that will be taking place next weekend, August 25th through the 28th at Rogers Campground, which is a location that we've broadcasted from before, and we will be there again broadcasting as we did for Somalia Fest and Shire Fest back in June. Rick, thank you for coming on Free Talk Live. And just go ahead, tell us, what exactly is the New Hampshire Cannabis Freedom Festival?
Well, firstly, thank you for having us. I'd like to tell you that New Hampshire Cannabis Freedom Festival is New Hampshire's only political cannabis advocacy festival and network of activists here in the state of New Hampshire. We primarily advocate for the common sense education of cannabis here in the state, and our festival is the premier festival for that. We have state representatives, House representatives, commissioners, senators, and guest speakers from around the nation, as well as regional bands and nationally acclaimed bands that will be playing for us. It's pretty much what we do. We bring the word of legalization through common sense policy at an event that we share with the dignitaries of different things in business, as well as the average citizen in the state of New Hampshire, because we're their voice. There aren't very many of us that stand up for cannabis, and we've done a very fine job in the last several years, as you know, Daryl, with your help, and Matt Simon and Erica Goltler, Heather Brown. There's a number of us out there that truly advocate and help support this in the movement. So
Matt
really
Simon being the regional director for the Marijuana Policy Project, Erica Golter being, I believe she's the New Hampshire head of NORML. That's the National Organization for Reform of Marijuana Laws.
That is correct. She and I are, I'm the executive director, she's the director, and she and I both head up the New Hampshire chapter for NORML.
And you mentioned or alluded to, rather, some legislation that actually, I believe, took effect 2 days ago, if my memory serves me correctly, the thing that they call decriminalization. And I say that because the bill that they passed still allows for criminal penalties for possession of less than 3/4 of an ounce if someone winds up being charged and convicted more than, 3 times in a 2-year period?
Yes, that's correct. And as of yesterday, it's really quite terrible that a young man, a 25-year-old man of color, was arrested for having small flakes of cannabis in his lap and a blunt roach in his car, and was arrested for it. And it was just it's a crying shame that Manchester even attempted to arrest someone like that. They could have just said, hey, all right, get out of here, beat it, give this young chap a chance. But no, they had nothing better to do but to railroad this child and ruin his life.
Right.
And here we are. September 6th is the date that the actual law takes effect. But we need to understand something, that compassion in our state is something that we're actually noted for. Yet our police still continue these draconian laws, and they're really screwing up with our sense of humanity here in New Hampshire. So I hope that this is a lesson to all of us that we must continue towards legalization and decriminalization, and we should focus our efforts on the elected officials that all of us contribute to.
Right.
You pointing that out just now just makes me think you got so much of the country right now up in arms over something like inanimate objects and statues. Meanwhile, this poor kid is getting put into a cage for having a blunt roach. And it really just kind of makes me wonder when America's going to get her priorities straight.
I agree with. I think it's a fallacy. We all have to understand too. Like on our house, and Daryl's aware, most of these people are retirees. You pay someone $200 a year to do a job. That's especially one as called to be a state representative or a senator, or anything in New Hampshire. It takes quite a licking on you. But that's what we're left with. We're left with these antiquated people who've been lied to for the last 50, 60, 70 years, believe the jargoning, and they control a lot. We're changing that now. We're all aware that some changes are occurring here. In the last 3 or 4 years, we've made a huge effort in the cannabis movement. I'm extremely proud of all of the efforts we put forth in the last 10 years. Matt and I have been in these trenches for a long time, and thank God for our friendships that we have at the state level, and friends and family that are in these positions that are willing to listen to us in a common sense fashion. Yep, there's still some old ones there. It's coming along, and we're following the steps of those of us that I believe want to live free and have liberty in our lifetime.
Yeah, I got to say, this is Chris. I support you guys in everything that's being done. And it's not just, marijuana policy project. There's a lot of grassroots activism in the state. And you're right. It's a big challenge overcoming people that have been told by people they trust. The police officers, the police chiefs association. Who still show up
in uniform to testify against this, and then when they enforce the bill, say, well, we don't make the laws.
Right.
But you lobby to keep them in place.
Exactly. But my point is the marijuana fight, which we are, I think, as a country starting to win, to me it's the start of overturning the entire war on drugs, when we can demonstrate how silly it was to try to practice prohibition yet again, and the fact that we repealed it in so many areas without the negative side effects that everybody assured us would happen if we dared, allow people to have the evil weed. Then we can start looking at other things where we're basically enriching cartels and politicians and police departments.
There you go. Black market, big pharma.
Right.
And
I agree with what you're saying. I really do, Chris. There's so much more to it here too, especially in New Hampshire. And I think Daryl's aware that the way that our house is, and the breakup of the different groups that occur downtown, it's really quite difficult to get bills moved if you're not on someone's side or another, or rhinoing around.
Right.
We're well aware of it. It's quite difficult, but quite frankly, if we do, and if we continue as we are, and we bring legalization to the state of New Hampshire, it will begin to change our humanity structure, the socioeconomic factors, the removing of the criminal indictments on people who had small possession of cannabis can go on and get federal assistance, or move on in their world without having that type of crime and being caged, and those feelings of anxiety that creates, all based on lies and police revenue and the whole justice system, how that works. Our justice system has a lot better things to do than spend our time and money on cannabis users. It is a victimless what they call a crime, but we all know it's about health and wellness and a right to choose.
Right.
So we're almost there. We're getting close. I greatly appreciate all of the support that we've gotten these last few years. This year is extremely important to me. And as we mentioned earlier, and I'm very proud to be probably one of the only festivals in the nation to have Bitcoin being offered as a way of payment to secure passes at the festival.
Nice.
And I'm very happy about that.
Yeah, and there's actually some really big news about the Bitcoin, but I alluded to, I thought a cannabis-related bill took effect 2 days ago. There was one. It was one of the several expansions of therapeutic cannabis that wound up getting signed. So people with moderate to severe chronic pain as of August 15th now qualify for therapeutic cannabis in New Hampshire. Beginning August 27th, PTSD and a couple other conditions wind up getting added. So, it's improving for the therapeutic purposes.
And I got to say, this is an area that I really want to, as a gun rights activist, want to work with the marijuana activists in also addressing the concern that if you should gain a medical marijuana card, then if you apply for, purchasing a weapon, fill out the ATF 4473 form, that if they find out that you have a medical marijuana card, they could deny you that ability. I say it's medical information, it's health information, it has no right to belong to the ATF.
Rick, hold with us for another segment if you can.
Wonderful. Thank you for the opportunity.
More with Rick here on Free Talk Live about the New Hampshire Cannabis Freedom Festival.
Have you ever thought you'd like to flip houses but didn't know how or where to get the money? Are you ready to be your own boss so you can start living the good life? Hi, I'm Preston Ely. I used to be so broke. I had my electricity turned off 9 times, but I figured out a way to quit my job and find financial freedom in real estate. For a limited time, I want to send you a free copy of my smash hit selling book, How to Get Rich in Real Estate. It shows you how to copy exactly what I did so you can make money from the comfort of your own home without even doing any manual labor. I've already given away 5,000 books and they're going fast. To get one before they're gone, call 1-800-958-9256. Listen, if you're sick and tired of stressing about money, this book could change your life. It's short, fun to read, easy to understand, and awesome. To find out how to get your free book while supplies last, call 1-800-958-9256. Call 1-800-958-9256. 1-800-958-9256.
We all know that Berkey Water Purification Systems are the most trusted name in water filtration. As an authorized Berkey dealer for over 6 years and serving thousands of satisfied customers, the Berkey Guy offers amazing specials for Berkey Water Filtration Systems. The Berkey Light Systems include a set of self-sterilizing and recleanable black purification elements that purify water by removing chlorine, pathogenic bacteria, cysts, and parasites to non-detectable levels and remove harmful chemicals such as herbicides and pesticides. Order the Berkey Light System today, complete with 2 black Berkey elements for only $231, and the Berkey Guy will ship your order free of charge. With the purchase of a Berkey Light, the Berkey Guy is also offering a set of fluoride and arsenic filters for only $39.99. That's over 30% off the retail price. Call the Berkey Guy at 1-877-886-3653. That's 1-877-886-3653. Or order online at goberkey.com. That's goberkey.com today.
If you're David, a few well-chosen words can help level the playing field with Goliath. I'm Holland Cook from survivalspeech.com. Recently, I saw a Yellow Pages ad for an appliance repair company, and the headline read, "Why wait for Sears?" If you're going to the Yellow Pages, the Dead Sea Scrolls of advertising, you're ready to buy right now. So this is an attention-grabbing message. And how about the plumber whose radio ad says, "Call by noon Thursday, and we'll be there Saturday at no extra cost"? Smart guy. Most plumbing firms give their crew the weekend off. This one gives them Sunday and Monday off. In the words of a respected advertising executive, cut to the chase, make it quick, and tell me exactly what you can do for me, especially if you're looking for work. For more tips on critical communication skills for the way things are now, hit survivalspeech.com. I'm Holland Cook.
Here's a chance to do a little activism while you're cruising Facebook, Twitter, or Google+. Between the LOL cats, the recipes, the hot girls, and the inspirational sunrise memes, Free Talk Live's posts pass by your newsfeed. Like them, comment. It gives us more exposure. If you don't see our posts, click like at facebook.freetalklive.com and then hover over it to click Get Notifications. It's an easy way to spread the ideas of liberty a bit further. I know you're busy, but you can spare that tenth of a calorie it takes to click on something. Facebook.freetalklive.com.
Looking for a great real estate investment? Consider New Hampshire, which is ground zero for the Liberty Movement. Your first call should be to Mark Worden from Porcupine Real Estate. He's more than just a real estate agent. He's your New Hampshire concierge. Where are the best places to live? Do you want farm, city, the burbs, or forest? Do you want a duplex or multifamily building so that renters pay your mortgage? There are homes in all price ranges in New Hampshire, and Mark can help with financing too. Invest in liberty and property. Mark Worden can help.
PorcupineRealEstate.com.
Do you love Twitter? Make sure you favorite the LRN.FM Twitter account so you can receive our tweets at twitter.lrn.fm. That's twitter.lrn.fm.
This is Free Talk Live. We'll give you the toll-free call-in numbers where you can call in. Right now, we do have a guest, so any callers calling in to talk about cannabis-related things or about the New Hampshire Cannabis Freedom Festival will get brought to the front of the line. Others will stay on hold until we are done with Rick Naya, who is one of the organizers of that Cannabis Freedom Festival, where Free Talk Live will be broadcasting from next weekend, August 25th through the 28th. In studio tonight, it's Daryl.
And Heather.
And Chris.
And we'll get back to Rick here in just a second. But first, want to make sure that I tell you about Bitcoin.com. It's your premier source for everything Bitcoin related. Get help buying Bitcoin, choosing a Bitcoin wallet, read the latest news, or even engage with the community in the Bitcoin forum. You can even find places to spend your Bitcoin, or you can play games online with Bitcoin. The source for all of your Bitcoin needs and news, Bitcoin.com. That's Bitcoin.com. And speaking of Bitcoin, the New Hampshire Cannabis Freedom Festival does accept Bitcoin for ticket purchases. And Rick, I was told just before the show that you're offering some really good discounts here.
Yeah,
a 20%, and these discounts only apply to people using Bitcoin?
That is correct. Yep, we're offering discounts. It's on the main page. It's been shared all over, and we're offering a discount on the 3-day pass, our day pass, our VIP and Ultimate VIP passes. There's up to a 25% savings on the Ultimate VIP pass.
Yep, I've heard 25% on the VIP and Ultimate VIP and a 20% discount on all other tickets when someone uses Bitcoin.
That is correct.
And what website can they go to make those ticket purchases or to learn more about the festival?
Right on. They can get their tickets at nhcannafest.com, NHCANNAFEST.com. There are links there for them. They can go on and purchase their tickets based on the total amount discounted, and we'll note it when they purchase it, and then we'll see their emails and we'll forward them off the passes that they've purchased.
And during the first segment of the show, you were telling us some of the victories, if you will, that have happened here in New Hampshire related to cannabis. And, there's definitely more work that needs to be done. And you did mention, and I want to talk specifically about the festival here for a couple of minutes. You did mention that there's going to be some state reps that are speaking. Of the 400 state representatives, how many of them are invited speakers to the New Hampshire Cannabis Freedom Festival?
We have 5 of those invited and a senator, all of which who have confirmed and will be there. They're listed on our page as well as they're on the web page listed. They're on our insights box on our Facebook page. All guests are listed on everything that we have on our web pages.
Excellent. And I know Chris was looking at the band lineup.
To be fair, I was actually looking at the NH Hemp Fest, which was the 2016 lineup. I'm checking out the band lineup for this year.
So who are some of the bands? Because Chris mentioned a couple, and I think they might also be playing this year as well. But who are some of the more well-known bands?
Yeah, your headliners.
Well, I can give you a rundown through the days. Each day is a categorized day. So on Friday, it's called Rockin' It Friday or Rockin' It in the Mountains. It's all rock and roll. It'll be the first time that it's a complete day of nothing but rock and roll. And all the bands that are playing are not only regional, but some of the best rock and roll bands in New England and won contests throughout the area. We have an opening favorite of ours, which is Claire Bridgewater, Peter Ferguson, the Hot Chachis, R.C. Boudica, Hamburger Midnight, Bullethead, Skyfoot, Gun Hill, Rolling Nectar, Schism, the Tool band, and Leaving Eden, which is New England's best rock and roll band. I'm really happy to have those guys for Friday. And then Saturday is like our Deadhead Day. It's called Saturated Saturday, August 26th. We have High Voltage, Super Nothing, the Trichomes, American Mixer, the only band that's played at every one of the cannabis venued festivals here in New Hampshire, Annie in the Water, Free Volt, Fenario, Main Dead, Barely Dead, and Rods and Cones. Those are the bands that we'll be having on Saturday. And then on Sunday is Super Session Sunday, the Battle of the Bands winner. We are also a promoter of Battle of the Bands here in New Hampshire, and the best band from New Hampshire gets a slot on our stage every year, and it's the Four Shadows. And then we have Fine Connection, The Knot, Way Up South, Rostosaurus, Remnants, Over the Bridge, Murder, and English Project, rounding them off.
Sweet.
So, yep, it's a big weekend of music that we have lined up. And there's going to be arts and crafts going on. There is also a lot of things going on with our bake-off. We have judges there that are all qualified, either contestanary or baking judges, and patients that will be judging our bake-off. And we also hold in private, I have really pretty much no idea, but they run it. There is a New Hampshire Cannabis Freedom Cup. It's one of the only and first cups ever given here in New Hampshire for any form of cannabis awards. I'm very proud of that. The sponsors like Granite State Health, Love Java, which is another one, ITAL Hempwicks. We also have Shaking It Trading Post. There's so many different local people who have contributed to what we're doing here. I'm very proud of the support that we have from the community. So all in itself, it's been an exciting effort this year. We've had a transition. We had a documentary issued by Spirit Love Productions, Robert Mathias and Ann Mathias, as well as Justin Champijon, who supported us throughout that. I'm really happy about the way things are going as well with LRN, FM, and the Free State Live Radio. I'm really happy that you guys put yourselves out there and help bring common sense policy to not only the citizens and be their voice, but we bring this to the people who need the education most. Right. Slowly but surely, we're winning. And again, thanks a lot for the help you guys give us. It means so much to the citizens. And on behalf of New Hampshire Cannabis Freedom Festival, I'm proud to have you guys there for us and spread the love and continue giving back. Because if those of you that know me, this is what I do.
Yep.
This is where...
And you could not have this at a better venue, again, taking place at Rogers Campground, which is a location that I've been to many times over the last 7 years. Chris, I believe you've been there a few times. Heather, not sure if you've ever been up to the campground.
I'm still a New Hampshire newbie.
But it's the same campground. Longtime listeners to Free Talk Live will know it's the same campground that PorcFest has been taking place at for the last several years. And again, looking forward to being there August 25th through the 28th. NHCannafest.com. The link has been posted on the Facebook and the Twitter. And again, people buying tickets with Bitcoin can get discounts of between 20 to 25%, depending on if it's a regular ticket or a VIP.
And let's just give a quick shout out to Rick for all his hard work that he's done in the marijuana movement here in New Hampshire. And it was really nice getting to meet you there at the 420 rally there outside the State House, Rick.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. That means a lot to me, and it means a lot to our sponsors, Shaking It Trading Post, 420 Foundation, the Granite Haze Mine, 420 Insure, Normal, Mile High PMP, Crucial Biology, Citywide, Little Village, The Glass Hollow, ITAL, Spirit Love Production, Area 23, Green Cross, the LRN.FM, Green Gold, TradeX,
Rick Naya, thank you very much. This is Free Talk Live.
If there's a toxic chemical, biological, gas, smoke emergency while traveling, at home, or on your job, are you protected? Are you prepared? There are over 400,000 fires in the USA every year. Up to 85% of all deaths in a fire are due to smoke inhalation. 3 minutes without air, and we as humans will die. Be prepared and escape safely with our Safe Escape smoke hoods, giving you up to 60 minutes of breathable air protection. Order yours online at ase-safety.com. That's ase-safety.com. And get up to 40% off plus free shipping.
Ralph, remember when you said you were going to start paying more attention to your health and now you're eating potato chips?
Just a few.
A few, okay, but you should be eating Super Berries Aronia berries.
Aroni what?
Aronia berries from superberries.com. They're known for having one of the highest levels of antioxidants that helps with overall wellness. Go to superberries.com/radio. And right now we get a free smoothie recipe book with our order. Plus we can save $4 at checkout.
Wow, look at all the benefits of these berries.
I know, Ralph, I know.
Choose health. Eat purple. Superberries.com.
Free Talk Live.
This is what petty bureaucrats do. They protect their turf. And if you can tell me the operable difference between governments, city, state, federal, whatever they might be, and the most successful gang in a given area, I'd love to hear the difference. I just don't know what the difference is. Yes, government has a funny way of appointing its dons.
Elections.
But that's really it. That's all I can come up with. It's a gang that's figured out, hey, if we let people participate, if they have a vote, that is statistically an insignificant fact that they have a vote, but we let them have one, then they'll feel like they're part of us, and then they can do whatever they want. They cannot pave a road for 43 years and then have everybody claim that without the government we wouldn't be able to pave roads.
Free Talk Live, 7 nights a week from 7 to 10 Eastern, live on the Liberty Radio Network at LRN.FM.
Are you tired of governments murdering people around the world? Stop using their money. There is an alternative. Bitcoin is a stateless, free market, non-political currency. Bitcoin cannot be inflated or controlled by any government.
Some of the best liberty-oriented podcasts on the internet around the clock. In addition to recorded content, you'll also hear live shows like Free Talk Live, originating from our Keene, New Hampshire studio. So listen anytime at LRN.FM. That's LRN.FM. Is spreading the message of liberty, cryptocurrency, and peace around the globe worth $2 per month to you? As you may already know, in addition to our internet feed, LRN.FM broadcasts on free-to-air satellite across North and Central America, as well as Sub-Saharan Africa. And we've been available on satellite for free 24/7 since 2010. The LRN.FM free-to-air satellite signal is reaching some of the most oppressive regimes in the world, and there's no doubt our ideas are making an impact. You can learn more about the channel's impact by watching the 3-minute video at fund.lrn.fm. If you'd like to help free minds globally with our ideas of liberty, cryptocurrency, and peace, you can donate as little as $2 per month via fund.lrn.fm. You can help us continue and expand our satellite broadcast to multiple continents. Visit fund.lrn.fm today, and thank you for your help. Don't forget to share the link on social media. That's fund.lrn.fm.
If you enjoy LRN.FM, please contribute to your favorite shows via their websites and become an amplifier at amp.lrn.fm. That's amp.lrn.fm.
This is Free Talk Live. 855-450-FREE. That's 855-450-3733. In studio, it's Daryl.
And Heather.
And Chris.
And statues are all across the news. Headline from the New York Times: Trump is sad over removal of, quote, our beautiful statues, end quote. But hopefully we don't spend a lot of time talking about statues. Chris, you've actually got a story where the Department of Justice is asking a web host provider to turn over the IP address of everybody that visited a particular anti-Trump website. We'll get into that in just a couple of moments. But first, your calls. We've got Ice Van calling in from North Carolina. Ice Van, you're on Free Talk Live. Go ahead with your thoughts.
Hey, how you doing? My name is Ice Bam, B-A-M-M. I talked to y'all guys before in the past. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time talking about the Confederate stuff because y'all guys don't like that type of stuff. And I'm trying to be considerate to y'all because most white people think that blacks aren't considerate to white people and what they've been through. And I understand that y'all guys feel as though all blacks are calling y'all racist and stuff like that, but that's not necessarily true. I think the black people grieve, not all blacks, like other guys said, like, I can't speak for all blacks, but I strongly believe that most blacks are just offended by the lack of empathy on a lot of people. That's all. You know what I mean? That's all. Just lack of empathy. It's like, I can say it from your position, but you can't say it from my position. You know what I mean? It's like, nobody blaming y'all for slavery. You weren't even around during slavery time. I wasn't either.
I'm pretty sure I did not own slaves, yes.
That's crazy to blame each other for something that we wasn't even around.